to reports, Microsoft and the Coca-Cola Company have announced a 5-year strategic partnership to align Coca-Cola's core technology strategy system-wide. So it is said to enable the adoption of leading-edge technology and foster innovation and productivity globally. Using Azure Open AI service, Coca-Cola is currently exploring the use of generative AI-powered digital assistants. Now, did you know they have found nanotechnology in Coca-Cola and in Pepsi products? Have a look at this. The biodistribution study in major organs indicated that the NPs were easily accumulated in the digestive tract, and they were able to cross the blood-brain barrier and dispersed into the brain. Questions, and of course suspicions, have been...
Hello, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles of GMS who teach and rule well. Salutations to you brothers in the highways and byways. Salutations also goes out to you brothers and a few sisters that tune in to listen and learn, the rest of the hopeful elect. To you all I say Shalom. I'm the brother Malak from the Diligent Soldier Camp here in Boston, Mass. As always, I pray this lesson be edifying to the elect. All right, the name of this one is going to be Esau abhorreth not evil. Esau abhorreth not evil. Okay, and as you can see from the post-production, man, you have this news outlet reporting this. Now, this is something I didn't even know about till maybe a few hours ago when I first saw the clip. But then I actually also went into I got on Google to figure this out and to see exactly what day they merged or they started doing business. Basically, it says here Coca-Cola and Microsoft. This is the AI Google search. It says Coca-Cola and Microsoft have a 5-year, $1.1 billion strategic partnership centered on cloud computing and generative artificial intelligence. Announced on April 23, 2024, the agreement makes the Microsoft Cloud the beverage maker's preferred AI and cloud production. All right. Now, it speaks on the partnerships, on the technology applications. You know, I'll read some of that. It says, financial commitment, a $1.1 billion investment by the Coca-Cola Company over 5 years. Previous deal builds upon a smaller $250 million 5-year agreement signed in 2020. So these niggas had business. I guess it went well. You know what I'm saying? And they upped it. You know, they went from 250 mil to now a whopping 1.1 bill. Okay? Because they got it like that. Evil E got it like that. Cloud migration. Coca-Cola has moved all of its core applications onto Microsoft Azure. Okay? Technology and applications. Generative AI joint testing of Azure OpenAI service to build digital assistants and reshape marketing, manufacturing, and supply chain. So they're hoping to use AI to basically go with the times, you know, the times that they're shaping, basically to marketing and these things that they sell us, you know, these different products that they manufacture and they market to us, man. All right, so the Azure OpenAI is gonna help them. It's gonna assist them to reshape those things. Okay, productivity tools. Testing Microsoft Copilot to boost daily workplace tasks and internal efficiency. Business software, expand use of Microsoft 365 and Dynamics 365. That's actually, let me click on that right quick, see what that dynamic is. It says here, okay, so it's some type of app. I don't know if Coca-Cola is the one developing it. No, it's a Microsoft. It's Microsoft. So it's AI, basically, you know, AI technology that these people are using to sell you, you know, their products, man. Okay. Yeah, so that's about it there. You know, so this is what this man is gonna start using, man, because as you can see, what this lady said on her news clip, that they're basically finding nanotech inside of Coca-Cola, man. And if these people have been doing business since 2020, and they upped it now in 2024, just a couple years ago, you could, how does the phrase go? Not bet your bottom dollar, but you could almost be guaranteed or sure that you or a loved one has consumed or has these nanotechs in their bodies, man. Because, I mean, first and foremost, the owner of Coca-Cola doesn't even allow him or his family to drink it, to consume it, You see all around the world how, I follow a few people from Brazil and China that use different products to clean different things. And I've seen Coca-Cola cleaning, or videos of Coca-Cola cleaning or leaving a toilet spotless and even shining, man. Okay. I've seen Chinese people use it for cleaning off sneakers, believe it or not. They use all the products to cancel out, anything that any stain that the Coca-Cola might have, but they mix it nonetheless, man. And they're not only cleaning, some type, cloth and stuff and rubber and, the shoelaces and what's it called, polyester and whatnot. But I seen them also cleaning silverware, man. Using these products, man. Even like ketchup, even though it's not something that I was even planning to mention, but ketchup itself, you grab a dirty, nasty, gunky penny that's been stuck to the corner of your hallway for years, and dip that motherfucker in some ketchup. You know what I mean? Take a tablespoon of ketchup and dip it in there, and see how it breaks down all the gunk around it and makes it brand new. I mean, I'm talking about as if it was just pressed. Okay? Right? And these are the products that they advertise to us, the ones that they put out there with all the crazy ingredients that you don't find when it's outside of this country, like back in Europe. Okay? But here in Babylon, you find those products, those ingredients, because it further not only does it initiate diseases in people's bodies here, but it what's the word, exacerbates, so it makes it even worse, diseases that are already going on with people. All right, because you got people that drink Diet Coke as if it's like, water, as if it's hydrating and has minerals and shit in it, when it's just a shitload of sugar. I believe a third of the can is just pure sugar. Okay, so what you have is a lot of different products with an excessive amount of sugar, because they know sugar is addictive. So most of us, if not the whole damn country, is addicted some way somehow to sugar. Okay, and when you don't have a particular drug that you're addicted to, and you lack it, or let's say you're gonna fall back from consuming sugar or Coca-Cola, hey man, that thing is classified as I think class A, so it's right up there with cocaine, man. All right, so you get cold sweats, the shivers, all types of shit, and the doctors, instead of telling you what it really is that you have, they'll prescribe other things and tell you that it's other things also. They'll prescribe medications and tell you that is something that it isn't, man, instead of telling you the truth. You have to stop drinking or consuming so much sugar. Okay, but to stick to the topic, which makes sense with the sugar thing, man, because Coca-Cola is full of it, man. Right? And now it's full of nanotech, man. Okay, they have found it. I'm sure if you go down the rabbit hole, you'll find studies or experiments that they have done and are published all right, to find these things, man. And if not, you'll probably hear, so-called conspiracy teas bringing out information that they've discovered, because these people try to hide this. I mean, I didn't see this till now. All right, I didn't see this on the news. Granted, I don't watch TV that much. I get my news first and foremost from social media sites, and then I look into them. But the point is, man, these people are sneaky, man. Esau does not abhor evil. All right, that motherfucker don't care about that shit, man. He wants to put this this hell on people, man, without people even knowing that they're in hell, man. Okay, by feeding them and having them consume and even breathe, a poison, basically, man. Okay, I mean, look at the air quality, man. Look at them chemtrails. That shit falls on everything, man. They I've said it before. Scientists are finding barium and all these things that come from these chemtrails. They're finding it in rural areas where people don't even dwell. People don't even hitchhike or anything. They go deep into these forests and they collect samples, and they're finding that shit everywhere. So for you to say that you're eating something organic, 100% natural, I mean, that's impossible nowadays. And we'll get the scripture that proves that. Okay, but first I want to start over here in the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. I'm not going to make this too long. There's a few scriptures, a little bit of common thing, and that's it. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to the iniquities of our fathers, which depart from the Lord our God." Now, the reason I'm bringing this out, man, is because, I mean, yeah, we're in our captivity to this very day. And the slave masters are gonna feed us what they want to feed us, man. Okay. The only difference now is that we can look up what these people are feeding us and how it basically affects us. But like I said, you could try to eat organic or whatever, but these people are defiling everything, man. The air, the water. Every square inch of this of Babylon, man, is completely, covered in contaminants, man. It's all polluted. It's all polluted, man. And yeah, man, we're yet in our captivity, because if we weren't in our captivity this very day, I wouldn't complain, or I wouldn't not complain. Such a lot, kid. I wouldn't argue about men in the so-called truth, or men that consider themselves in the truth, talking about that we're in the new covenant, man. Not to even bring that up, but it's like so many things are happening. How are you still convinced that you're in there, that you're fully in the new covenant, man, when the Lord has not even appeared yet, man, has not redeemed us, the elect, I should say. Okay. We're still subject to payments. Evil we is still, running things, man. The wicked still has control over the earth, man, on the left-hand side. Okay, that has to be mentioned, because the Lord, at the end of the day, is orchestrating all this. Okay, through his left and right-handed angels, man. All right. That's a lot, yeah. I was thrown off. Had a phone call. Right, let's get the next scripture. Is the book of Ezekiel 4 and 13. All right, this is oldie but goodie and very, very, very relevant, man. Okay, Ezekiel 4 and 13, it says, "And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them." Okay. Coca-Cola is not bread, but it's being consumed and it's defiled. Okay, the bread that we go, the different types of bread that we go try to consume, buy at the supermarkets, they're also defiled, man. Okay, they have all types of shit that doesn't need to be in there. Okay, that keeps the bread fresh. That preservative is in your body, is in your system, and it's not good for you. Your body doesn't even know how to digest it, but it's in there. And it's been accumulating ever since your mom was making you peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Okay? Or a regular, turkey with Munster cheese and some mayo, man, which was my favorite. And shredded lettuce on top. A little bit of olive oil and a little bit of red vinegar. But it's all defiled, man. Okay, this is exactly why we have to pray for our food. This is exactly why we have to pray to the Lord to guide us and protect us while we're out here, man, in the valley of shadow of death, man, because literally everything is set up against us, man. Okay? Esau has shaped this hell, this Babylonian country nation to work adverse to us, man. All right? And we have to know how to walk out here, man. We have to follow the protocols that the Lord has given us, man. Which is, to stick to the subject, praying over your food, man. You got to pray over your food. There's certain things that you should eliminate from your diet, period. At the very least, man, start consuming it less. Be mindful about consuming it less. These cans of sodas are still 2 servings each. I think they recently just changed it some time ago, actually. But I specifically remember when the back of the can said 2 servings per can. And, for the longest, I've been seeing, including myself, Jake consuming an entire can. Okay, sometimes the entire bottle, the 24-ounce bottles. All right, and they go out, they'll be out and about, whether it's heading to work, school, about to go play some b-ball. Just post up somewhere and chill for a little bit and drinking this shit, man. Okay? Defiling themselves, man, with all these foreign contaminants that you shouldn't even have in your body, in your system, man. Okay? Let me see something here. Yeah, I asked AI Google, what would be the reason to put nanotech in food, and it came back saying the primary reasons to put nanotechnology in food. Now, mind you, Esau's gonna clean this up a little bit, but you got to read between the lines, man. All right, the primary reason to put nanotechnology in food are to extend shelf life, right? Preservatives, okay, and now nanotech, because my God, I'll go on. Improve nutrient delivery. Okay, so you know how for your body to absorb more turmeric, you have to add black pepper. Well, this is what is basically saying: improve nutrient delivery or absorption, basically, right? So nanotech, something that's not consumable, something that you do not get any type of nutrients from, is doing the job of regular normal spices and herbs, bitter herbs that the Lord has created. This is what they're trying to tell us, or trying to convince us, okay? And enhance flavors or texture. By manipulating materials at the atomic or molecular scale, less than 100 nanometers. This is technology smaller than 100 nanometers, man. Whatever the fuck that exactly means. All I know is that it's very, very small. That we could all agree on. And this devil has programmed that type of technology, man. Has created and programmed that type of technology. It says food scientists can drastically change how food behaves, tastes, and preserves. The main motivation for using nano foods and nano packaging include better nutrient absorption, right? Bioavailability, it says here. Targeted delivery. Nano capsules can protect vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants from breaking down in the stomach acid, safely delivering them to the gut for better absorption. Now, keep that in mind, gut, right? For better absorption in the gut, right? So acid doesn't do anything to it. That should be a huge red flag right there, because that's what the acid's there for. Okay, the only reason we don't get to absorb nutrients as much is because you pasteurize everything. You overcooked the fuck out of everything to kill the enzymes and the vitamins and minerals, and sell the people, the masses, just dead food, just something to hit the spot, as I always say, something to hit to cover the hunger, or to take the hunger away. But you have no type of nutrients going in your body, so you lack all that, right? So now you get symptoms from lack of nutrients, and you run to the same devil to get help from. And what does he do? He gives you his witchcraft, different types of drugs with 11 side effects each, all overlapping each other. So he has to give you another one to, this is what to expect from the devil, man. And it's crazy how people haven't noticed his game. A lot of people are waking up to it, right? But it's almost like they only know the obvious, and they don't even care to go deeper into anything that they're noticing. So you'll hear like, oh yeah, all they want is money. All they want is unhealthy people, right? But you don't hear from them exactly what this thing is doing to your body, right? So you can fear and not use it, not consume it. Like, oh my God, nah, that's scary. This is doing this, and this is produces that. Let me not even consume that, let alone give it to my family and children. Anywho, let's move on. Increased potency. Because nanoparticles have a larger surface area relative to their size, the body can absorb them much faster and more efficiently than standard nutrients. Enhanced texture, color, and taste. Texture control, flavor release, visual appearance. Certain nano-sized minerals oxidize, Salakia, like titanium dioxide or silicon dioxide, have historically been used to make whiter or brighten food coloring. Flavor release. Because smaller particles hit taste buds faster, nanotechnology can be used to make flavor taste more intense, allowing companies to use less sugar or salt while achieving the same taste. So less sugar, which is still bad, right? Less, what else they said? Salt, right? Because the table salt sucks. They don't give you high mineral salt. So both of those things you shouldn't be consuming as much anyways. But then you will have excessive amount of that nanotech. And where does that nanotech go? Because from what I understand, once you have it in your body, you can't get rid of it. This is not medical advice neither, but I'm just saying, like, this is what it has been said about nanotech. All right. Let me see. Health and fat reduction. Healthier alternatives. Food scientists can replace unhealthy fats with water in oil nano emulsions, creating low-fat foods like mayonnaise or spreads that still feel creamy and satisfying to eat. So, it's crazy because you're gonna have less of those other things. Because, even to a certain extent, everything, like brown sugar is good. It's a sweetener. Salt isn't bad, high mineral salt, that is. But this devil, even like the bad sugar and the bad salt, he wants to even take that out and give you his technology. So you could live off of that, and foods could taste better. But what is it doing to your brain? Is it rewiring your brain to make you feel like, oh yeah, this tastes way better now? Ever since they started adding nanotech to the Frosted Flakes, like, come on, man. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 12:10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness," man. All right, so is his wickedness. This devil cannot stop being the devil. All right, that's what the Lord designed this devil to be. So he can't play another part but the devil. Okay, let's get something else real quick. I asked, I just typed in symptoms of damaged DNA, right? And it says here, damaged DNA. DNA damage does not cause a single specific feeling, but instead shows up as visible skin changes, signs of early aging, and an increased risk of serious illness like cancer. Okay? And as a matter of fact, that's what I wanted to get first. Let me see, Salakia Akim. Because I could have sworn damn. I had the window open, and I don't know if I searched something else over it, because I have several windows open, but I was basically looking up like the damage from nanotechnology, and it was speaking about how how the lady also mentioned it in the clip, how it crosses the blood and brain barrier. But there was another section on it that said, damn, and I don't even remember how I worded it, but it was a section that said that that all this nanotech gets like caught in organs or man, how did it say it? Not so much get caught, but it accumulates in the organs and in the gut. Okay, I can't believe I just went over that. But then after I looked up that particular question, I thought about Googling symptoms of damaged DNA, and then this is when I got that, because one of the things that one of the side effects of nanotech in the body is it damages DNA, which is why on another window, I thought it was another window, I looked up symptoms of damaged DNA, and this is what we're reading now, right? Visible skin changes, signs of early aging, and an increased risk of serious illnesses like cancer, right? And what is cancer? Foreign contaminants in your body. And your body, has different cells that basically, I think it's white cells, that go around picking up these foreign contaminants and basically puts it all in a little pouch, a little sleeve, and stores it in different places. In women, it tends to store it around the breast and armpit area, right? In men also around the chest area, armpit, sometimes gut, depending exactly where, but for the most part, it's in those areas. And the reason I mentioned that is because when the tech is in you, and you go and you get checked out, for cancer or whatever, they won't tell you. I don't know if they'll be able to see it since it's nano size, right? But I'm pretty sure that they'll notice it, but they won't. They're not going to be telling you that those cancers, these future cancers, are going to be coming out, are from nanotech, man. Okay, they're not going to admit that. All right, and it even says that it damages the gut line. You know what I'm saying? In your stomach, when you have this nanotech. It says, because DNA is microscopic, you cannot see the damage directly inside your cells, but your body shows external and systemic clues with genetic harm when genetic harm builds up. All right, it says visible signs on the skin: age spots, dark patches caused by UV light, messing up pigment cells, rough scaly patches, precancerous spots called actinic keratosis, Salakia. Skin aging, early wrinkles, sagging, and dry or fragile texture. Systemic and long-term effects, slow healing, premature aging, chronic disease. Okay, and mind you, already as you get older, you know, depending your level of toxicity in your body, you get these things, man. But now you could also attribute it to or charge it to nanotech, man. Okay, you know, because what is it? Age spots, rough dirty patches. No, right here. Slow healing. Cuts and bruises take much longer to heal as repair systems slow down. Because as you get older, you know, you start noticing that when you get a little cut, a little bruise, it takes a little longer for it to like heal, you know, or go away. How much more now with this technology in your system, man? Okay, we gotta stay away from these products, man. You know, especially these products that you see everywhere around the whole world. You got Coca-Cola in fucking Africa, bro. And I'm not saying that Africa's not developed, but I remember in the 90s, you know, when it was slightly underdeveloped, because we have a lot of thriving cities out there. But that's more so now with in the last 25 years with all this technology booming. But, you know, we would find it kind of weird that they had Coca-Cola in these other places, man. You know, and McDonald's. But this is how Esau, you know, expands his himself as like hell, as it says, as the scripture says, man. He brings all this shit all over the place because he's not a keeper of home. He doesn't worry about his own shit. He's in everybody's business because he has to make everybody his business. Because everybody is his business if you think about it. You know, this man wants to forge his birthright, man. And in that birthright, man, that he sold, you know, was having dominion over the people and being the top nation. And then this man is not getting that, so he has to forge it, okay? He has to do the best he can to get it back. This is the book of Proverbs 4:16. It says, "For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause someone to fall," man. All right? You have people that are addicted to Coca-Cola that drink a few liters a day. I remember hearing about that in the late 90s, about how people, just one person with obesity problems and stuff for that, things of that nature, will go through several 2-liter bottles a day, you know? I'm pretty sure their doctors wasn't telling them to even stop because these people were consuming 4-6 liters of Diet Coke, you know, on a daily basis. This is Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands." Right? Destruction, sorrow, man. You know, agonizing death, man, to these people, okay, that come up with these things, man, and then, you know, put it to practice and sugarcoat it and have, you know, men and women, both old and young, consuming these things, man, as if it's something good for you. But then all it does is produce, you know, sick people. You know, that's all you have is a bunch of people that are sick. Everybody else that kind of seems to not be, you know, have some type of dis-ease, they're developing it some way, somehow. Because the scriptures even say, you know, it's because of the Lord's good grace that we are not consumed, man. The children of Israel. Meaning, if it wasn't for the Lord's grace, we'll be dead. Not only from the sins, right, that we have committed, but, you know, the things that we defile ourselves with, man. The foods that we consume. The products that our skins absorb. I don't even put cologne or lotion in my body, man. I'll use coconut oil, you know, for my elbows and stuff, you know, knees or whatever. A little bit on my face. Not too much. All you really need is a few dabs. But the point is, you know, you got to stay away from what this man is producing, man. The best you can. And deal and purchase and deal with what is not as obvious, you know, defiled, man, and filled with chemicals and harmful substance and poison, man. Basically, man, this is why we gotta get the fuck out of here, man. Like, everything is against us. Food, water, the women, our children, the system. You know, we have to suffer this, man, and we're waiting patiently, obviously, right? 'Cause that's what patience go into, suffering. But the Lord can't come any sooner, man. We truly need to get the fuck out of here. I will leave you with this last scripture, Psalms 36:4, which inspired the title. He deviseth mischief upon his bed. He setteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil. All right. Esau does not bat an eye at doing righteousness, man. He's in the oh man, what's that thing called? That phrase? He's in the business of evil, man. Which is why we call him Wicked E. You know? And the Bible calls him the devil. You know? I pray that this lesson was edifying. In closing, I want to give all honors and praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who teach and rule well. Salutations to you brothers in the highways and byways. Salutations also and always goes out to you brothers and few sisters that tune in to listen and learn. To the rest of the hopeful elect, to you all I say Shalom, Baba Ball, and Kwam Yasharala.